We are going to go through our safety kits for forecast. I'm going to walk you through step by step sort of what's in here, what's included. So this is the gray box that we use. We usually keep them at our desks or in our vehicles, whatever sort of makes the most sense. So safety-wise, we start with our first aid kit. We have that as every little thing or whatever could possibly come up for ourselves in the community, with houses, wherever we are at. From there, I'm going to go through our sort of sharp safety cleanup stuff. So gloves, so sharp protection. They have the little protection stuff so you don't get cut when you're tidying or supporting with something that you may potentially be sharp. And then along with that, we are going to have tongs as well as our sharps collector. So we will use them all in conjunction to make sure that everyone is safe. Over here to see. From their kind of general purpose safety stuff, if you're cleaning or supporting someone, it's usually a collection of gloves as well as booties. So these are for over footwear. They're kind of a one size fits all. Over our own shoes and footwear, we're going to keep those on and put the booties over top. We do have masks if there's anything sort of smell, odor that you feel as though you might need to be protected from. And then also general sense hand sanitizer, kind of before and after, however you feel comfortable. The remaining stuff is for our bedbug cleanup, bedbug treatment policy and program. So there's a whole policy included. So it outlines what you're going to do to support someone through that process. Very clear step by step. The other parts in here are as you're going through. When you do your initial tidy up, you're going to be placing things into garbage bags and sealing them as tight as possible. And then from there, you will label them with a red label to start. We have access to bedbug ovens that we use to support our participants. And once something has gone through the oven, they again go into clean, fresh garbage bags, and the green label goes on top of them. Again, outlined in the policy, you'll then launder everything in order to secure or ensure that the bedbug treatment is completely supported for a participant. So while doing that, you are going to wear safety gear. So it's an overall coverall. It's full arms, body, legs, all the way down. So feet are open. So you're going to put one on. I highly recommend going up a size because when you are moving, bending, stuff like that, we've had a couple rip. So go up a size from what you think you are. So that's full uniform. You're then going to, gloves can go on before or after. And you also want to make sure that you have your booties on with the uniform. Then you go through with duct tape. You're going to tape tape your glove and the coverall, sort of like overlap if you can, and then tape around to secure that, as well as around your feet. Some of the different sizes are kind of different at your wrist and ankles, so just make sure that there is like a full, you're making a match, like an overlap of some type, and then running the duct tape around that a couple of times is helpful. So a few things just to assist if we need to be more specific or clear with anything. If you're using the labeling black marker to sort of highlight where things are at. In addition, if you're just sort of inspecting or looking for bed bugs in a unit, or really anything, if there's a unit where a hydro has been turned off or something like that and we're just unsure, we have little flashlights in the kit to be able to sort of see and inspect as we need. So if there's an instance where you are using this and you've gone through often something like gloves, booties, we will use quite frequently. If you're in a unit that you're unsure of, you might want to put these on just to sort of support yourself or potentially the participant. And so we have the restocking. There's a restocking closet at all of our offices, so Peterborough, Cobourg, and Lindsay. And everything is put together through our program lead. So if there is something missing or something you feel is that you need, you can contact them. Okay, so we're going to go through a demonstration for how we completely suit up for bed bug treatment with the coveralls, booties, gloves, and everything. Ideally, we want to make sure that we're suiting up immediately outside of our participants' unit, so not in the community, not beforehand, that type of thing. Likewise, when we are undressing, that we're doing that immediately outside. We want to sort of prevent the contamination, but also respect privacy of the participant. So the first thing, as far as ease, put coveralls on. Again, all different sizes, so find what works best for you. Zip. Super easy to get in and out of. So these ones with the open bottoms, non-elastic bottoms, way easier to get taped up and put together. Okay, hair up and out of the way always just makes everything a lot easier because you're going to be doing lots of bending and moving and that sort of thing. Booties. I do booties first and then gloves because kind of once you get the gloves on, tape and that kind of thing becomes far more difficult to put on and use. So again, over top of your actual footwear. So we want to make sure that there's overlap over under either way. Two. There is kind of like a front to the booty, if it makes it easier. And then taping as much as possible before the gloves just makes it easier. Just ensuring that the seal is on. Often you'll be in pairs with this, so it's sometimes easier to get your partner to tape you up. I'm going to move on to gloves. Usually a one size, but a few different kind of styles. You can pick your preference. So this one goes over better. The elasticized waist goes under the glove better to stay on. You want a tight seal, but you want to keep in mind that you also ideally would like to take this off as one unit. So tight but still going to fit over your hand to get out of. And make sure that you have a seal across the whole seam. Perfect. So then if there were an instance, you would have plastic gloves on and then placing your sharp resistant gloves on over top of that if the situation called for it. That's everything, and then obviously you go in with the rest of your safety kit as needed. So now to take off, if you can, again, what we want to have loose in here, we want to take everything off as one and keep it together as best we can. So unzip. And then I want to just pull the gloves off and keep it attached. And then if I can, oops. And this again would be once you've stepped outside of the participants unit, just outside. And just keep it out-turned as much as we can. Kind of rolling, folding. Now this, if you've got a tight seal around your foot, that's where your scissors are gonna come in handy. We wanna keep anything contained if possible, so try just a little snip and then work it off. Again, trying to keep everything as one unit so it's all there. Remove together. Turn that in, and then often you'll have your garbage bags to be able to put all these items in at the end. Again, there's often more than one of you participating, so all your stuff can go into one garbage bag. Prior to removing the coveralls, you want to take a quick look overall, head to toe, to make sure that there's nothing on you visibly that you can see, and then obviously address that if necessary. Just use some duct tape and kind of duct tape them off, or duct tape them right to the suit so that they're contained. And then again, you're going to want to disrobe into a garbage bag as you're doing like sort of stuff into the garbage bag before